hello and welcome. My name is Miss Tina and you are watching Swaziland, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions. And today I'm going to react to the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1130. Wow, it has been almost 100 chapters since I started reacting to the weekly chapters, but it has been almost more than 23 years I have been actually, oh my god, watching One Piece or knowing about One Piece in general, because I've been watching it since 2001 or 2002 perhaps. But nonetheless, it's still exciting. That's why, when I heard the news that the anime is going on a break, I wasn't really excited about it, but I can kind of understand it. So it's like, yeah, if they must, they must. I'm not sure if I wanted to have a Fishman Island arc remake. Perhaps, I mean, fewer episodes with condensed material, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it works or not. I'll try and watch it and see what it is all about, because I wasn't really a big fan of Fishman Island arc. It is one of my least favorite arcs. I don't know why exactly, but it just didn't click with me. Maybe I was expecting too much, but other arcs delivered so much and so well that I think Fishman Island arc was really not mine at all. But what is ours or mine is that we continue our journey to somewhere. Are we on Elbaf? Where are we exactly? I hope we are going to find it out in this chapter. I think we don't need to really, I'm just clicking on everything, and we don't really need to. Sorry about that. I really try to catch my thoughts because I had a devastatingly long week, and I didn't think it was possible, but it was like. All right, so let's see. Just a minute. All right. I'm sorry. It sometimes takes a bit of a time for me, but okay. Let's see. A 2-week break. I can already see the news. 2 weeks. I mean, what else was I missing? Sorry, I'm being a bit melodramatic or dramatic in a way, but yeah. I know it's written all over my face that I had such a week. I don't really intend to mimic or copy in the next few weeks, but it means that we won't have One Piece chapters. I still want to do a video, but let's see. Okay, so the chapter is the Accursed Prince. Okay, a prince. Okay, and we can see Yamato actually sleeping. Onichard Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 17. Someone steals a katana while they sleep. I mean, okay. Okay, listen up, warriors. Okay, that's Frankie. Okay, we are back to the ship. We are calling off the search. And they are like, what? We ain't found squat after all this searching. But I'm sure it'll be fine. And Frankie's like, you can bet your ass they are alive. Thanks for looking though. Okay? Robin is like, that's right. We'll just wait for them on Elbaf. Yeah, sure. They'll make their way there. And Jinbei is like, yeah, we have done all we can. Even my shark network is worn out. We appreciate your efforts. And Brooke is like, we are also out of food. Let's not starve ourselves to death. And they're like, I see. I'm sure it will be fine if their crew says so. It's decided. Set a course for Elbaf. You slimy oafs. Yeah, let's toast our homecoming. But boss, we are out of food and booze. Okay, so the others are like, man, we're leaving. It's fine. It's Luffy and Co. And Luffy's like, it's huge. And they are on a winter island. Check out this tree. It's got to be 1,000 years old, right? Okay, and we see a castle, mountain. It's not just that one. They are all so big. Is it a mountain? It's freaking cold here. Look, there's a super long rope bridge. Nami's like, this place is so vast, it's making me dizzy. And they're like, whoa, giants are crossing the bridge. Hide. Okay, it's interesting to see the characters like that. Oh, it's Gertrude. Oh, Gert, sorry. Gertrude, almost. Gert. I don't get Harjudin. Why did he let that crackpot join the crew in the first place? Hoot, says the owl. New giant pirates, ship's doctor Gert. Wow, she looks great as always. I can't stand him. They may call Loki the shame of Elbaf, but he deserves that title even more. It's because he is a skilled navigator, says the new Giants Pirates cook, Goldberg. Okay, so they are mentioned and they are named. Yeah, gaga gaga. Rhoda probably wouldn't mind you calling him that, though. And she's like, you are sure of what you saw, Piper? His crew was carrying a small ship, right? Hoot! We are meant to arrest intruders, but Rhoda keeps smuggling in the intruders of his own. Okay. I like Gert's design. She's actually pretty cute. Get back, Luffy. But look, they look nice people. And wait. We'll let Elder Jarul know as soon as we find him. And Usopp is like, did you guys hear that? They said Elbaf. We have finally made it. I never thought I would see such a giant babe, says Sanji. And Luffy's like, hey, over here. And Blamby's like, moron, didn't you hear them? They are looking for intruders. They're like, Probably our imagination. Right. Knock, knock. Rod, are you there? And Luffy and Ko are trying to cross the bridge. It's shaking. Wow, it's so long. We better hurry. We'll have nowhere to go if more come. And Luffy's thinking about something. I'm not sure what. This was made for giants. The gaps are too big. Keep going, Nami. I used to cross rope bridges like this all the time, says Chopper probably, yeah. You get used to it. We can see, I think in the background I can see giant wolves. Yeah, that's exactly right. Wolfies. This is just a trial to prove we are worthy warriors. And Usopp is really scared. The forest below is full of huge wolves, okay? What's wrong, Luffy? You feel that? I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. Luffy getting goosebumps is actually something pretty unusual, and I like it. We can't go see, right? Then you can't go either. All forests from now are off limits, Sanji, because Zoro is like, yeah, I want to go. Luffy is like, I heard something back in the block country too. A roar. It's got to be coming from down there. I'm going on ahead. Okay, Luffy is on his own. He's like adventure time. And Nami's like, hey, Luffy. And Usopp is like, this is nothing to Usopp, the brave warrior. And where are you going? The wolves are down there. But you know, Luffy doesn't care about the wolves. What? Okay. I thought I saw something, but I'm just looking at the picture whether Zoro and Sanji actually followed him or not. But I think that all of them stayed on the bridge. Okay, and we are back on the giant ship. It says, what? We attacked Egghead? According to the morning paper, why would they lie like that? It's too small to make out, says the giant. I'll read it aloud, says Robin. The giant warrior pirates have awoken after a century-long absence. They set Egghead ablaze with Emperor Straw Hat Luffy. The captains of the legendary crew, Broggy the Red Ogre and Dory the Blue Ogre, have received new bounties of 1.8 billion berries apiece. And you can see their new looks. Okay, they changed their bounties. Well, yeah, they were just 100 or whatever. I think they were 100 each from the old times. 1.8 billion? We didn't intend to making a comeback. I didn't. Your bounties used to be only 100 million. That's quite a jump, says the other giant. Prices would have changed a great deal in the last 100 years, says Robin. And I really like her with the glasses, and it's really stylish and chic. This amount seems reasonable for your captains. Okay, and you can see Luffy, and there is a cross on his hand. Now that's new. why does he have a cross on his hand? I mean, or is it visible now? What? Why? They are also blaming Luffy for Vegapunk's murder. And Frankie is like, they are always changing the narrative. So you guys killed me, huh? Says Lilith. Shut up, we fought tooth and nail to save you, says Frankie. When was this taken? Asks Brooke. Well, the VEG somehow always gets their scoop, even on Egghead. Whoever took this picture probably got a handsome reward. Hey, when Luffy turns into that freedom form of his, does he normally get this mark on his arm? Not sure. He was hopping around too much to see for me. And she's like, it seems off. Yeah, thank you. It seems off. His arm is blurry, but the mark is crystal clear. It's Vivi's. Oh my god, it's actually Vivi's sign. Vivi is signaling them. Oh my god. Okay, I see, I understand. It's Vivi signaling them that she's with the VG. Why worry about it? Asks Frankie. And Robin is like, it seems familiar. So Straw Hat is officially on a similar standing as Red Hat, right? Says the giant captain. Even that whippersnapper of ours, Hanjudin, is under your umbrella, I hear. Okay, it's going to be a difficult word for me to pronounce, but here we go. That rambunctious brat is the king's own kid, you know? They're like, really? He wanted to come fetch you himself, but we had seniority. Besides, someone's got to keep an eye out for trouble on Elbaf. Trouble? It started back while our captains were missing. See, Elbaf has another prince. He's devoted himself to darkness, and a few years ago he was sentenced to crucifixion. He tried to flee, but we warriors all came together to catch him. When he was born, they called him the Accursed Prince. Okay, this must be him. What? All the warriors of Elbaf? His names wouldn't happen to be, says Jinbei. Yeah, he's not right in the head, they say. You see, there's a legendary devil fruit said to be passed down through the royal family. His desire is to eat it was so great that he killed his own father, King Harold. That's why we won't let the Accursed Prince loose again. If Loki ever does escape, it will be the end of everything. He's the shame of Elbaf. Okay, we are back on Elbaf, I hope. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Okay. And Luffy's there like, yay, hello. Okay. Wow. Okay. Prince Loki. Could he be really an enemy, a new enemy, perhaps? I mean, I could see the fight, but does this mean that Hanjudin is actually... I have to go... Before I finish the chapter, I want to check it, that Hanjudin is actually the son of the king too. Is the king's own kid, you know. And they're like, really? Okay, etc, etc, etc. I didn't know that. That's quite wow. Devoted himself to darkness, the other prince. So Loki's devoted himself to darkness and Hanjudin not. That's interesting. But then, wow. So Loki might be an enemy after all. State your name, he says. And Luffy's like, I'm Luffy. The man who's going to be the... Sorry. The man who is gonna be the king of the pirates. King, he says. Where's this place? Who are you? Asks Luffy. This is Warland, the mighty kingdom of Elbaf. They say it is the birthplace of war. Okay, and we can see the giant tree, okay, and it has different layers, of course. And we can see water flowing, and wow, it's shaking again. Okay, they are on the bridge and they are trying to go up, and he's down Elbaf. So we are on Elbaf, finally. Good. And, okay, I try to just capture everything I see. It really looks great. I am the sun god who will bring about the end of the world. Loki. Okay, everything's gone crazy, says. Well, One Piece editor who says everything has gone crazy. No, this is not crazy yet. Yet. You haven't, either you haven't read Egghead Island or you have been on a different planet, but this is not crazy yet. However, this is super cool. Super cool. I really like Loki's design. I don't know if Loki is truly an enemy, but Loki thinks that he's the sun god and bring about the end of the world. Okay, I see. I kind of understand because the sun god doesn't naturally or necessarily have to be good. That's one of the things. The other thing is that there is the duality of Blackbeard and Luffy. This duality, but on the other hand, Loki seems like an enemy worthy of defeating. So even if the giants couldn't defeat him, it might be up to Luffy to defeat him. And maybe Luffy will set him loose and then he'll defeat him. I mean, it's a very unique concept and I kind of like it. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but it's interesting nonetheless. I really like it. And bring about the end of the world is once again connected to those those theories people used to say on Egghead Island, that Luffy will, or the Sun God will destroy the Red Line and it's going to be the end of the world, but not in that sense. It's going to be an end of an era, perhaps the end of the 800 years reign of the world government, and you can consider that as the end of the world, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the world. And on the other hand, there is also the fact that while the Sun God, so it's very ambiguous whether being a sun god is like being a destructor or creator of something new, but because destroying the old world or destroying what's wrong, it's not necessarily always bad. But some people might have considered that, and maybe the giants are like, they got everything passed down, but I don't know. I just love it. It's a great chapter. Thank you for introducing us Loki. These double spreads are great. These are those double spreads that are important and necessary. I haven't seen them in a while. Really good double spreads, but these two, I mean, Elbaf and Loki himself, it's brilliant. I love it. I really love it. I do. Wow. So, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments on this chapter, let me know in the comment section and, we can talk about it. Or, I don't know, we can find another way to talk about this. And thank you very much for all the views and the likes and the feedback. I really appreciate it. So, I hope you have a wonderful, we see when we see each other again. But it seems like it is confirmed that there's a 2-week break. So, it sounds a bit long, but it means that we are going to be after Halloween, but we'll survive somehow, right? We won't have the anime though. We will have an anime special, but we'll manage somehow. We always do. We One Piece fans, we survive and we thrive. It's such cool chapters. I mean, Loki, wow, and Elbaf, wow. I really love this a lot. Once again, thank you very much for joining me. See you next time. Bye bye.